Hello, everyone, and welcome to FTB Sports Broadcasting. This is your Transfer Daily Show. You've got Sam, Spurs for life, and you've got myself, who's solo, Seven. Today, Sam, a story that's been doing the rounds at the moment, we spoke about yesterday, is a story that's not going to go away anytime soon. January transfer is coming up, and it's about Braut Haaland again today in the story. This time around, we've gone past Man United, we've gone past Man City, now Chelsea. And it looks like Chelsea means business. They're looking to get rid of about 6 or 7 of their players to try and fund that transfer. Even though they just signed 2 strikers, they spent over 200 something million pound in the transfer market with strikers. What's your thoughts on this one?
So Haaland moving to Chelsea. So he's an in-demand striker, one of the best young strikers in world football, let alone Europe. And I think there's going to be a queue of teams, top teams going for him. So it wouldn't surprise me if Chelsea, it doesn't surprise me that Chelsea are in for him. It doesn't surprise me City, United are all in. But also, there's going to be a fight for the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. There's lots of teams that would love to have the services of this guy. As I said, I've seen him in the Champions League. He's a phenomenal player. He's got the size, he's got the pace, he's got all the attributes to be a quality. Well, he is a quality striker, but in terms of taking his to the next level, I really think he's gonna really make a difference. If he came to the Premiership, any one of those sort of teams, he would make a difference to them and walk straight into the first team.
For United, though, I think it would be a struggle for him going to United because also they're coming out. There's apparent reason. The reason why United probably wouldn't even go in for him is because of his the guy basically who looks after him and look after his affair. I just find him a bit poison at the moment when it comes to players. For me, I would love him at Man United, like we spoke about yesterday. But the problem is he's going to come with baggage with the guy who negotiate his contracts for him.
Right. Well, I guess with football, that's always going to be the case. You always got agents. Agents' job is to maximize the most that they can get for their players, but they also do it for themselves. So, you've heard, these stories where some of these agents can make 25%, 30% from a deal. So it's always going to be the case. You're never going to get a really smooth transaction. That's down to the player to make sure his agent's working on his behalf. It's also down then to the club to ensure that there's some rules and regulations around how they disclose and describe the transfers. A lot of the stuff that we see goes on behind closed doors and gets sorted out in the right way. But then, you'll have some agents who will use the media as their tools to kind of make a point to try and get their client into that sort of, advertising spaces, I would say, to kind of maybe get other teams involved to make it a bit of a bidding war. The more the price goes up, the more likely they're going to make more money. It's all about money, in my opinion. So it doesn't surprise me. Would it stop someone like United from bringing a player in? I don't think so. It just means that they'd have to probably sort a few things out, talk to them individually offline, as opposed to in the media.
Yeah. Now we're saying like Barcelona and Real Madrid is in decline at the moment, but for me, I'd look at it for him for his age now, especially going to say probably a Real Madrid or Barcelona. I think he's 20 years old. That's a project. Like we spoke yesterday about giving someone about 5 to 7 years contract to say, right, we're building on a project right now. In this time, we're looking to win this, that, and the other. Would you think it would be better suited for him to go to Spain rather than come into England?
Good question. Both the Spanish giants, as such, in terms of Real Madrid and Barcelona, are going through some issues internally themselves. Both those teams aren't at the level that they have been in the past few years. But both of those teams are still major clubs in world football. Any player that doesn't have designs on playing for Real Madrid, who've won all these Champions Leagues, Barcelona, who've got the history, got Lionel Messi there. I'd be very surprised if a lot of players would turn that down. I think more competitively, though, somebody to come to the Premiership, to come to one of us, I think there's more money in the Premiership.
Yeah.
Potentially there could be that aspect of it. If you're looking at the likes of Chelsea and Man City and Man United, they all got big money that they can pay for wages. And it may be that it's more a more of a competitive league. So
Yeah.
you could see Spain is definitely something I would, if it was me, I would consider it. But yeah, it's a lot of it comes down to money. A lot of it comes down to money.
Again, going to do a spoiler alert. Now, a club that's under the radar, no one's talking about him going to, is basically, I look at them as Bayern Munich as a giant. Why wouldn't he go Bayern Munich? It's
unless they're moving Lewandowski on, they'd have
yeah.
to be moving him on. I wouldn't see that happening because of that reason. Lewandowski has proven over the last few years to be one of the best, if not the best striker in the world, consistently.
Yeah.
You know, battling along with the likes of Sergio Aguero, Harry Kane, and the likes. You can put them all in the same sort of bracket.
Yeah.
So Lewandowski is right now at the real pinnacle. He's not going to get, I wouldn't say he's going to get better, but he's very consistent at that level of scoring goals. So for Haaland to go there now, if it was next summer or even in January, you know, I couldn't see it happening in January. I could possibly see it summertime if they move Lewandowski on. I don't think Lewandowski would want to play second fiddle to Haaland, and I don't think Haaland would want to play second fiddle to Lewandowski.
Because Lewandowski as well, I think, if I'm right to say, he's about 33, 34 as well, isn't he? So he's not...
I'll have to check what his age is, but
I think he's old. He's old. He's not as young as what we think he is.
Yeah, but again, he's the sort of player that I don't think you can keep him on the bench now and expect him to just be cool with that. He's at the top of his game in terms of goal scoring. So he's still scoring goals in all formats, Champions League, domestic, you know. So, yeah, it'll be a difficult one to keep both of those players happy.
Yeah. Now, moving on to our next one. Again, Manchester United, every single summer, January transfer window, literally racking up all these players been linked with. The newest player United's been linked with is a player that's literally been doing really well this season. New manager coming to club, and almost it's sort of like pushing his career to the next level, is Calvert-Lewin. What's your thought about United getting him? Because I can't see where he's gonna fit in, because obviously we got Cavani. Cavani signed a 2-year contract. I can't see where would he fit in United. I can't see him fitting in United.
So Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I've always liked him as a player. He has increased his, I would say, his game this season. He's definitely improved. I can see why someone like United would be looking at him. Is he the complete player at the moment? Well, he's playing at England level quite regularly now. But United have got a lot of strikers, a lot of top players in there. You've got the likes of Greenwood. You've got, as you said, Cavani. You've got Martial. You've got Rashford. You know, that's just those 4 players straight there. It's a.
You've got Greenwood as well.
Yeah. You've got those sort of, you know, top quality players, young players as well. So it's not like you haven't got youth in there.
Yeah.
The Cavani one, again, he's a top striker in my opinion. I've seen his movement. I've seen how his goal that he scored yesterday as well. Fantastic finish. You bring someone like Dominic Calvert-Lewin in. Would he be prepared to maybe play bit parts? Is he expecting to come there as a number 1? I don't know if it would work out on all levels for that. But certainly for the future, if you know, he's the sort of player I'd be looking at, because he does give you something different.
For me, if I look at it overall, if Cavani wasn't at United, then I'll say yes. But the problem is Cavani, and you do not want to go and sit on the bench, because he's been doing that. Like last season almost was like his breakthrough season. This season is on fire. Prior to that, he's been coming on and off the bench. So right now, for me, I would stick at Everton until something better come up. Just improve my game until then, because right now he's working under the best manager, Ancelotti, in the world.
Yeah, Ancelotti's getting the best out of him. He has certainly improved under Ancelotti. He's the sort of player that I would love to have at Spurs. But again, it's a very similar sort of situation. You got Harry Kane there. Every striker that we've had in the past 3-5 years that have come to our club have not been able to break this Harry Kane stranglehold, because Harry Kane, as you know, is one of the top strikers in Europe. So again, it all depends on the desire for the player. It all depends on what they're prepared to compromise? Are they prepared to wait? Are they going to see if they can just be an immediate impact player? You know, and again, it comes down to finances. You know, some people are happy to sit on the bench for 200 grand a week. Some players just want to play.
Yeah, because the way for me as well, like I said, for him, I just think right now he probably the second, third best English striker at the moment in Premier League.
Yeah,
and he's young as well.
He's definitely got youth on his side. I always want to question how good a striker is midway. I'd say once we get to the end of the season, because there's a lot of players that can start on fire. You know, you had the likes of Ollie Watkins at Villa started on fire. The guy at Leeds as well, Patrick Bamford's another one, started on fire, and then you
dropped off
15 games in, 20 games in, 25 games in, get to the end of the season, and their numbers aren't at the level of the likes of Salah, you know, you Harry Kane's and the rest of them. So it's a bit early for me to kind of make that sort of judgment to say that, he's definitely going to be a top striker consistently, because consistency is definitely the key.
Yeah, I think, like, for me, Ancelotti will get the best out of him, but right now I would say, I wouldn't move in January. I probably would say stay there, like you said, till the summer, see what comes up. But then I would still say stick another year at Everton and then wait for the better opportunity to come, because otherwise you're going to be a big part player to some of these other players when in reality you earn your stripes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So
I don't think that's a January one that's going to happen. I think a lot of these, it's a bit of a pressure from agents maybe to get the names out there to maybe see if there's any sort of teams that are willing to bite on it. But why would Everton sell him in January anyway to Man United? They are in direct rivalry.
Yeah,
this season.
I know they did the Wayne Rooney one, but like you said, I think they've learned from that.
Yeah, I just think Everton are in a better place now. They are looking to recruit and keep their better players. You can just tell, you know, they've brought in the likes of James, they've brought in Alan, Doucouré, they've brought in some top quality players, and they're looking to build something.
Yeah.
The moment you take out one of your best players, if not your best player, and then sell him to a rival, you know, you're on a bit of a slippery slope. Yeah. So again, don't see that one.
Yeah, because also with that as well, Ancelotti, I think it's a 5-year contract he signed as well. He signed a 5-year contract.
Yeah, Ancelotti's like you said, he's a top manager. He's won the CL a couple times. You know, he's there for a project, and if he's there for a project, he wants to build. He doesn't want to build and then dismantle and try and build again. So he's got Dominic Calvert-Lewin playing really, really good football. He's got other pieces in that jigsaw, and they're all playing. It's all going in the right direction. So you really want to keep that sort of thing going, and I don't see that one. I don't see it.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. We're going to wrap it up now. Like, subscribe, share, please. FTB Sports Broadcasting. We've got Sam. Thank you very much today, Sam. I'm Solo United 7. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you on Boxing Day. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for watching and supporting us. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.